My question is to the Prime Minister. How many Australians with a disability have been infected with COVID-19?
The Minister for Government Services.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. As I put out a press release last week, the government's committed to providing updates on numbers every day in terms of Australians with disability who have been impacted by COVID-19. I can report to the House that cumulative since March 2020, 102 participants have tested positive to COVID-19 and currently there are 23 active cases. Numbers will continue to be put out every day to ensure all Australians are up to date.
The Minister might just pause. I think the
Leader
of the opposition. Sorry, just the member for Maribyrnong is seeking to raise a point of order. Broadcasting can just.
How many NDIS participants? I asked how many Australians with a disability had been infected. The NDIS participants are a cohort or a smaller group, but the people with a disability, including in aged care, is a larger number, logically.
The member for Maribyrnong's raised his point of order on relevance. The Minister.
Thanks, Mr Speaker. If I can just inform the House, there's a survey of disability and aged care comes out by the Australian Bureau of Statistics. It reports that 4.4 million Australians have some disability of some sort. As I've just explained to the House, those with permanent and significant disability are in the NDIS, and the numbers I've just given, which are reported daily to ensure accountability. In terms of numbers of people with a disability as a whole, it would require the states and territories to know who every single Australian is who have replied to that survey to say they have a disability. It would require those Australians to self-report in some way to the states and territories, and then for those states and territories to report in that. And if the member is suggesting that that onus of responsibility should be put upon the states and territories, then I would suggest that member speak to the states and territories and ask them to do that. The Commonwealth's responsibility is to the NDIS, a responsibility we take seriously, which is why I can report with great accuracy the daily numbers, why I can report exactly where we're up to, why we can report upon everything. But in terms of all Australians with any disability, that is a question quite rightly for states and territories who have the responsibility within all agreements to care for Australians with a disability who are not in the NDIS.
And